Hey there, and welcome back to English Playground, the place where we make English feel less like a subject you study and more like a language you actually live in. Today's episode is something I've been wanting to make for a long time. We're talking about how to speak English like it's your first language.
Now, I know what you might be thinking, but it's not my first language. And that's totally fine. That's actually the whole point. Because here's the secret that most English courses never tell you. Speaking like a native isn't about being perfect. It's about being natural. And natural is something anyone can learn. So by the end of this video, you're going to have real, practical tools, the kind native speakers use every single day, without even thinking about it. Let's get into it.
First things first. The number one habit that slows English learners down is this: translating in your head. You hear a question. You think of the answer in your language. You translate it to English. Then you say it. That whole process takes 3 to 5 seconds, and it makes you sound hesitant, unsure, and unnatural. Native speakers don't do this. They think in English. They feel in English. And that's the shift we need to make.
So how do you start thinking in English?
Here's a simple exercise. Every morning, for just 5 minutes, describe your day, out loud, in English. What you see around you, what you're going to do, what you ate for breakfast. It doesn't matter if it's simple. I see my coffee. It's hot. I like it. That's enough to start with. Over time, your brain builds a shortcut. It starts reaching for English words directly without going through translation first.
This single habit, done consistently, will change the way your brain processes the language. Try it for 2 weeks and notice the difference. Here's something fascinating about how native speakers actually use language. They don't build sentences word by word, like putting bricks one at a time. Instead, they use chunks, pre-built phrases and expressions that come out as one smooth unit. Listen to these examples. To be honest with you, it depends on... I was just about to... The thing is, it's not a big deal. That makes sense.
Native speakers store these phrases as complete units in their memory. When they need them, they don't build them. They just pull them out, ready to go. So instead of studying individual words, start collecting chunks. Phrases you hear in movies, podcasts, conversations. Write them down. Repeat them out loud. Use them in your daily conversations.
Some great ones to start with. By the way, used to add something extra, casually. To be fair, used before giving a balanced opinion. I mean, used to clarify or soften something you said. Kind of, or sort of, used to make things sound less extreme. Anyway, used to get back to the main point. Start using just 3 or 4 of these this week, and you'll immediately sound more natural. People will notice.
Now, I know what some of you are thinking. My teacher told me filler words are bad. And in formal writing, yes, they are. But in spoken English, filler words are actually essential. When native speakers talk, they say things like, you know, like, I mean, right? So,
These aren't mistakes. These are natural pauses that give the speaker time to think, and they signal to the listener, I'm still talking. I'm just gathering my thoughts. When a non-native speaker pauses, they often go completely silent. Or worse, they freeze. and that silence can feel very awkward. So instead, practice using a few smooth transition sounds and phrases when you need to think. That's a good question. Let me think. So, basically, well, the thing is, it's kind of like,
These give you a few extra seconds without losing the flow of the conversation, and they make you sound completely in control. Here's a big one. One of the clearest signs that someone is speaking their native language is how their words flow together, like water, not like separate blocks. In natural English, we don't say, I am going to go to the store. We say, I'm going to go to the store. We don't say, do you want to eat something? We say, do you want to eat something?
now, I'm not saying you need to write this way, but you should be able to say it this way, because that's how people actually talk. Here are the most common reductions in everyday speech. Want to becomes wanna. Going to becomes gonna. Have to becomes hafta. Kind of becomes kinda. Out of becomes outa. What are you becomes whatcha, or wada ya. Did you becomes didja. Would you becomes woulja.
Practice these out loud. Say them in sentences. I'm going to call you later. Did you see that? What you doing tonight? At first it might feel weird, but very quickly it starts to feel completely normal because that is how English actually sounds in real life. Here's something that language textbooks almost never teach. The emotion and emphasis in English carry just as much meaning as the words themselves.
Listen to this sentence said 3 different ways. I didn't say, she took the money. Someone else said it. I didn't say she took the money. Maybe she just borrowed it. I didn't say she took the money. Strong denial. Same words. Completely different meanings. Purely from emphasis.
Native speakers do this automatically. They stress certain words to show emotion, importance, surprise, or sarcasm. So practice reading sentences aloud with different stress patterns. Pick a sentence, any sentence, and move the emphasis to a different word each time. Notice how the meaning shifts.
This is one of the fastest ways to sound more native, because it's not just about what you say, it's about how you feel when you say it. Let your personality come through. Use your voice dynamically. Speed up when you're excited. Slow down when something is important. Pause for effect. Language is performance. The more you let yourself feel the language, the more naturally it comes out.
You don't need to move to London or New York to immerse yourself in English. You can create an immersive environment right where you are. Here's how. Change the language on your phone to English. Right now, today. This is one of the simplest and most powerful changes you can make. Watch at least 20 minutes of English content every day, without subtitles in your own language. Use English subtitles if you need them, but push yourself to reduce them over time. Listen to English podcasts while you commute, cook, or exercise. Your ear needs to get used to the rhythm and speed of natural speech, and the only way to do that is exposure, exposure, exposure.
And here's a great one. Shadow native speakers. Shadowing means you listen to a short clip, maybe 15 to 30 seconds, and then you repeat it immediately, copying the rhythm, the intonation, the speed, everything, like an actor learning a role. This technique is used by professional interpreters and top language learners. It trains your mouth and your ear at the same time. Do it for 10 minutes a day with a show you love, a podcast you enjoy, or even a YouTube video like this one.
Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. You might know a lot of English. You might have great grammar, a solid vocabulary, and you understand everything you read and hear. But when it comes to speaking, you freeze. You're afraid of making mistakes, afraid of your accent, afraid of saying the wrong thing, and that fear keeps you quiet when you should be speaking. Here's what I want you to understand. Mistakes are not failure. Mistakes are feedback.
Every single native English speaker made thousands of mistakes as a child. They still make mistakes today. The difference is, they don't stop to analyze every sentence before they say it. They just talk. The fastest way to get fluent is to start speaking before you feel ready. Use simple sentences. Use the chunks you've learned. Use filler words to buy yourself time. And keep going. Here's a challenge for this week. Have at least one conversation in English every single day. It can be with a friend, a language partner, a teacher, or even yourself, narrating your day out loud as you go about your routine. The more you speak, the less scary it becomes, and the less scary it becomes, the more naturally it flows.
All right, let's bring everything together. To speak English like it's your first language, you need to 1. Stop translating in your head. Start thinking in English even for just a few minutes each day. 2. Learn in chunks, not just individual words. Collect natural phrases and use them. 3. Use filler words to keep conversations flowing smoothly. You know, like, basically. 4. Practice contractions and connected speech. Sound like real English sounds, not like a textbook. 5. Use stress and emphasis to bring your words to life. Let your voice carry the meaning. 6. Immerse yourself every single day. Change your environment. Shadow native speakers. And 7. Speak with confidence. Make mistakes on purpose. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
None of this happens overnight. But with consistent, joyful practice, and I mean joyful, this should be fun. You will get there. Language learning is not a race, it's a journey. And every conversation, every podcast, every small effort is moving you forward. That's it for today's episode of English Playground. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up. It really means a lot, and it helps other learners find this channel.
And if you want to go deeper with any of these techniques, drop a comment below and tell me, which tip are you going to try first? I read every single comment. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new lesson, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep practicing, keep playing, and remember, English is not a wall, it's a door. See you next time.